Hello, my friend, and welcome. This is your first asana practice in our 5-day social media cleanse. It's lovely to have you here. I hope your day has gone well so far. Today, we're going to ease in with our yoga practice. We're going to find some sukha or some ease. We're going to give ourselves lots of love and compassion. We're going to keep it low to the ground. So you'll need a few things for this practice. I'd like you to bring along a bolster or a couple of pillows, maybe lots of pillows. We'll be using those. And a couple of blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use a nice big thick book or something else that you can find around the house to raise the earth up to you. You're going to need a strap. So you can use a belt off your robe or just a regular belt, a piece of rope, or a skip rope if that's what you have around the house and you have children, or just a regular strap for yoga. We'll need one of those. And then also we'll need a blanket. So you'll be needing one to cover up with at the end of the class. And also maybe to raise your hips up off the earth when we're sitting in Sukhasana at the beginning. So let's go into this really nice and mindfully. Let's create space for ourselves. Make sure the room is nice and cozy. Dress in your jammies if that feels right for you. You don't have to worry about sweating or working up a sweat, I should say. So let's just be really kind to ourselves. Let's hop into something comfortable, and I'll meet you on the mat. Hello, my friend, and welcome to day 1 of your 5-day social media cleanse. My name is Tamu. It's a pleasure to be here with you. If you haven't practiced with me before, welcome. It's nice to see your beautiful energy here with me through this journey that we're taking together. And today is day 1, and so we're going to take it nice and easy. We're going to ease into the process because we know that changing patterns in our lives isn't always the most easy thing to do. And it can cause us to, have backfire moments, have moments of where our edges are up or where we're reacting or we don't know what direction to move in because we're trying to let go of something and welcome something new into our lives. And that takes the brain a little while to adapt to. Let's settle in. Let's come down to the ground. Let's find a nice comfortable position. I've lifted my hips up on my blanket so that my knees can drop. If you want to change that position, be more of in a hero's pose or something like that, then definitely find what works for you, even if you need to prop your back up on something. So if you want to sit on the edge of a couch and have your back leaning up against something, that's perfectly awesome. Just make sure that your spine is nice and tall, that you really feel your sits bones grounding down into the earth, and that if you're sitting in a seated position on a couch or a chair, that your feet are flat on the earth. You're not crossing your legs or up on your toes. Beautiful. Let's settle in. Let's feel the dust sort of fall around us, coming into this moment. Find your comfortable position, and when you do, take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax your shoulders, and come into this moment. Let's try that again. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Just arrive here. Beautiful. We're going to practice a little bit of a mudra today and a breathing exercise before we move into our nice gentle little sort of yin flow. And, something more restorative, I guess, than yin. And so what I would like you to do is bring your palms in front of you, have them facing together. We're going to take the index finger and the middle finger, and we're going to allow those to wrap over the thumb. So we're bringing the thumb to the inside of the palm, and we're wrapping the index finger and the middle finger over that thumb. Then we're bringing the palms together and allowing the ring fingers and the pinky fingers to touch. This is the Shakti mudra, and it encourages calming of the nervous system. It encourages restful sleep. It allows the body to find equilibrium and come back to homeostasis. So let's allow ourselves to have this mudra, bring it down to our hearts, sit up nice and tall, Nice and comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out through the nose. Try just breathing through your nose. Nice long inhales. Nice long exhales. Now I'm sure that you showed up for this challenge for a specific reason, and that you're trying to probably reduce stress in your life. You're probably trying to reset, recenter. Maybe you just know that it's time to have a bit of a release from social media platforms and staying up all night scrolling on your phone. But maybe it's something a little bit bigger than that. And maybe you need to allow yourself a moment to focus on those reasons why you're showing up for this challenge. Allow yourself to focus on, bubble up those reasons within you. Allow them to surface up from your core, up into your heart, up into your mind, up into that thinking space. Allow those feelings to bubble up, that knowing to bubble up. Allow yourself to truly feel into all of those reasons. Congratulate yourself for taking this step and for being here. Giving yourself the space and the time that you need. And just taking a moment here to refocus on the why you have shown up. Because it's a big one, right? It's a big one. The why of what we do. We have to really pay attention sometimes, because sometimes we don't know. And we're just doing, we're just reacting. So we're trying to make this an action instead of a reaction. And at the same time, we're inviting in calm. We're inviting in nice, compassionate energy for ourselves. Knowing that we might stumble along the way. Knowing that we might get frustrated. Knowing that it's not always going to be easy. But that's okay. And we will love ourselves through the process. We will be present for ourselves. We'll remember to ground. We'll remember to use the tools that we learn along the way, or that we have already learned in our lives, to bring ourselves back to center and once again remember the why of why we are here and doing this challenge. So let's take one more deep breath in together. Exhale out. Just allow those shoulders to relax. Allow yourself to settle into this mudra just a little bit more. Being present. Then on your next inhale, we'll gently release the fingertips. Bring them to the knees or the tops of the thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And once again, exhale out. See if you can tag some weight in the elbows. See if you can feel those shoulder blades slide down the back body. See if you can become a little more present, a little more here. Maybe your thighs become a little bit more heavy. Maybe your body feels a little more relaxed. Here in the moment. And we're going to try a little breathing exercise just to help to deepen that sense of ease and compassion and equilibrium within the body a little bit more. So we're going to take the right hand. We're going to fold the index finger, the middle finger, and the ring finger in. So we've sort of got a hang loose. Maybe you can see that better if I put it in front of my window. A little bit of a hang loose type of sign here. So we've got the pinky finger extended and the thumb extended. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to be using the pinky and the thumb back and forth between our nostrils. So it's going to look like this. We're going to first take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Practice breathing through the nose. Deep breath in and out through the nose. Beautiful. Really exhale, exhale, exhale. Then we're going to bring the thumb to the right nostril, and we're going to breathe in through the left nostril. Hold at the top. Bring your pinky finger to your left nostril and breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right nostril. Hold at the top, switch, bring the thumb back to the right nostril and breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left nostril. Hold at the top, switch, exhale out through the right. Close your eyes. Inhale in through the right. Hold and switch. Exhale out through the left. Inhale in through the left. Hold at the top and switch. Exhale out through the right. Inhale in. Hold and switch. Exhale out. Inhale in. Hold and switch. Exhale out. Wonderful. Release the palm to the knee. Keep the eyes closed. Observe the breath. Observe how you feel. Beautiful. Now bat the eyelashes open. We're going to slowly make our way to a flat back position. So you can move your blanket out of the way for now. We're going to bring it back at the end of practice, so don't shove it too far away. We are going to find our strap and bring it close to us. Bring it beside the mat. Make sure we've got it handy. First of all, we're going to gently and kindly roll all the way down through the spine, settling down to a flat back position, sending the legs out nice and long. Inhale, reach the fingertips up over the head, out past the crown. So you're finding a nice full body stretch here. Maybe you're reaching one palm and then the other. Just finding a nice full body stretch. Maybe rotate the ankles and the wrists. Continue to breathe nice and deep. Then take one more deep breath in. Really reach with those fingertips. And on the exhale, float them down. Bring them to the sides. Then we'll lift the right knee up in towards the chest. Just the right knee. So first of all, let's hug that right knee in. Give it some love. Maybe you open it out. Maybe you come back to center. Now, if you'd like, you can stay here. This is bus stop number 1. Bus stop number 2 is that we grab onto our strap, our belt, whatever we're using. Maybe it's even a piece of rope. Who knows what you were able to find, right? Then we loop it over the knuckles of the foot, or into the arch of the right foot, rather. And then we begin to slowly extend that foot up towards the heavens. So if you're here, and this is as far as your hamstrings allow, beautiful, just stay there. That's awesome. See how much feels right in your body to straighten the knee, keeping the hands on the strap and seeing if the shoulders can relax down to the earth. So you're sort of reaching up as far as the palms will permit but then allowing the shoulders to relax down. So we're gently pulling that leg towards our face, getting a lovely stretch in the hamstring. Maybe you bend the knee and then stretch it again, finding that nice gentle movement. Breathing nice and deep. You got this. Now this is bus stop number 2. You can continue playing here, or you can bring the straps together, grab them both with the right hand, bringing the left palm to the hip. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, you begin to allow that right leg to fall outward. So this will be very different for everybody. You're trying to keep the left hip grounded to the mat and allowing that right leg to fall outwards. So you're going to have to let go with the insides of the thighs. You're going to have to breathe into that hip. See how far that leg comes down without lifting the left hip, keeping the left shoulder grounded to the mat. Breathing nice and deep. Just allowing yourself to settle in, play here, feeling the sensation over the shape. So if your shape doesn't look anything like mine, that's okay. Be where you are today. Play around with it. Maybe you play with coming back to center, bending that knee and straightening it, and then opening it out again. This is your practice, your body. Be fully present. You don't have to nail the pose. Continue to breathe nice and deep, really listening to the sound of your own breath. Seeing if you can stretch a little bit more into that foot, into that leg, reaching the heel out beside you as much as works in your body. This will change day to day and over time. It really depends on where you're at, what your activity's been, what your body's been feeling like. Together, let's take one more inhale in. And on an exhale, we'll bring that leg back up through center, shining the sole of the right foot up towards the heavens. Then we'll reach up and grab the strap with both hands now. Bend the knee nice and gently. Release the strap and send that right leg out long. Let's just take a moment here to feel how that felt in the hip. Maybe we need to readjust ourselves on our mat. Then we'll hug the left knee in, just the left knee. Bring it in towards the chest. Maybe you open it out to the side. Maybe you play with it here. Beautiful. Have some fun with it. Play around. Feel what's happening in your body. So once again, this could be bus stop number 1. You can continue to play here. If this is where your mobility is at, if this is what you need today, oh man, that's so sweet and awesome. Just be there. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, once again, grab your strap. Bring it to the arch of the left foot. And then play here with extending the left leg up, seeing how far that knee wants to straighten. Oh, the side's tighter for me, right? So it might be feeling very different on both sides on either side of the body. So allow yourself to play with that. So bend and flex, bend and straighten that leg. Let the strap be there to support you. Play around with it. So that's bus stop number 2. And remember that you're reaching the palms, reaching up as high as you can on the strap, but then allowing the shoulders to relax down. So that might mean that you need to bend the knee a little bit more. So be where you are. So this is bus stop number 2. Then you can take it to bus stop number 3. So you can bring the straps, the 2 parts of the strap together, 2 ends of it together. Grab onto it with the left hand. Bring the right hand to the right thigh or the right hip crease. And you can slowly begin to allow that leg to fall outward towards the left. Letting go
with the inside of the left thigh. Maybe your knee is quite bent. Maybe you straighten it a little bit more. Try not to let that right hip come up off of the earth. Keep the right shoulder grounded down to the mat as well. Breathing nice and deep. Just getting a nice hip opener here. Nice stretch in the inside of the thigh. Nice stretch in the hamstrings. See if you can push into that left heel a little bit more. Find your resistance. Continue to breathe nice and deep. Allow your body to feel the sensation. Be present. You got this. Continue to listen to the sound of your breath. And you'll notice that maybe as you breathe deeper and allow yourself to be in this position, that the leg just naturally opens a little bit more. You feel the fascia open, the muscles relax. Wonderful. Take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, we'll bring that left foot back up through center. Bring the right hand up to join the left. As we bend the left knee, release the strap from the foot. Send that foot out nice and long. We can set the strap to the side now. It's helped us. We're done. We once again find our Shavasana and bring the palms to the pelvis and to the hip creases. Maybe you give a little massage there. Just feel the sensation that that movement or that pose created in the body. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, relax completely into the mat. Beautiful. Take one more deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll hug the knees up into the chest, giving ourselves a great big hug here. Maybe you rock side to side. Maybe you peel the nose up towards the knees, giving yourself some love. Maybe you really wrap the arms around the knees. Maybe your palms just come to the knees themselves and you keep the head on the mat. Wherever you're at, be there. Know that it's perfect. Then we'll allow the feet to come to the mat, the knees to shine up towards the heavens. Beautiful. See if you can hike the heels up towards the sits bones a little bit. Try to keep the feet parallel, the knees reaching up towards the heavens. We'll bring the palms to the mat beside us, face down, and we'll lift the right leg to the sky, just the right leg. Rotate that right ankle for a breath. Then we'll cross that right ankle over the left thigh, coming to a figure 4 position or a reclined pigeon. Now you can stay here if your hips are still really tight, or if that's just how your body is, and you can press into that right knee with the right hand, just opening that hip nice and gentle. So this is bus stop number 1 on this pose. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, launch off of the left toes, interlace the fingertips behind the left thigh, and start to pull that left knee towards your face. You're pushing into the right thigh with the right elbow. You're keeping the right toes active. Left shin is parallel to the ceiling. Breathe nice and deep here. Maybe rock side to side. Now that you've found the shape, find what feels right for you. So maybe you peel that knee more towards your face. Maybe you extend the left leg up towards the heavens. Maybe you rock side to side, really pressing into that right thigh with the right elbow. Breathing nice and deep. Be present. Come into center. Come into your own heart space. Continue to remember the why of why you are here. Allow the nervous system to calm. Allow yourself to feel compassion towards yourself about anything you're feeling about this process that you're stepping into, this journey you're taking. Beautiful. Take one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, we'll lower the left foot to the mat, unravel the legs, bringing the right foot back to the earth. Maybe we reposition ourselves. Once again, find our flat back, find our feet on the earth, knees lifting up towards the heavens. And then we'll bring the palms once again to the mat and lift the left foot up towards the heavens. Rotate that ankle just for the joy of it. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll cross that left ankle over the right thigh. So you know where we're going here. You know you've got bus stop number 1. You can push into this left knee with the left palm. You can stay right here in your figure 4 position with the right foot on the mat. If you'd like to take it a little bit further, you can launch off of those right toes, interlace the fingertips behind the right thigh, and pull that right knee towards your face. This side might be very different, might be not as possible to bring that right knee towards the chest as it is on the other side. Try to push into that left thigh with the left elbow. And now that you've found the pose and you know where you are, play around with it, right? Find your rocking side to side. Maybe really peel that knee towards you. Maybe you lift that right foot up towards the heavens. Continue to breathe nice and deep. Be present for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Beautiful. Whew, I almost tipped right over there, rocking back and or side to side, rather. Wonderful. Let's take one more deep breath in together. And on an exhale, we'll gently set that right foot back down to the mat. Unravel the legs. Bring the left foot back to the mat. And we will find our flat back position, bringing the right hand to the chest, to the heart, and left hand to the heart, right hand to the belly. As Yoga with Adrienne likes to say, I'm human. I'm only human. Which I agree with her so much. So find your position, take a deep breath in, really feel the belly and the chest rise. Exhale out. Close the eyes. Feel the sensation in the body. Continue to listen to the sound of your breath. Beautiful. Let's take one more deep breath in together. Exhale out. Wonderful. Now release the fingertips, and if you brought a block along with you, that's wonderful. We're going to use it now to bring ourselves into a supported bridge pose. But if you don't have a block or a book with you, you can use your blanket and bring it under the hips as well. So make sure your blanket is folded up so that it's hopefully got some like stiffness to it. It's not going to be too cushiony. Either way, it doesn't really matter. You're just allowing yourself to support the lower back. So grab your block or your blanket. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, lift the hips up towards the heavens. Bring that block or that blanket underneath the sacrum, underneath the lower back, and allow yourself to rest the lower back down on there. So you might need to adjust, find where it works for you. Find that sweet release in the lower back. Allow the hips to gently rest on it, bringing the palms to the belly or to the sides. It doesn't matter. If you have the blanket, you're probably a little bit lower down, but you're getting the same kind of benefits lifting those hips up a little bit more. Maybe you fold the blanket a little bit, like one more time, so that you're lifting those hips. Actually, that feels quite lovely. It's not quite as high up, but I'm still getting the same support. So you play around with it, find your position, and then we're going to be here for 3 to 5 breaths. So get yourself positioned. Take your first deep breath in. On your exhale, allow yourself to settle. Allow the lower back to loosen, to ground. Become present in the moment once again. Close your eyes. Feel the sensation in the body. Continue to listen to the sound of your breath. Nice. Now before you fall asleep, let's deepen the breath once again, because you probably allowed yourself to just really calm there, to relax, which is such an utterly beautiful thing. Let's flutter those eyelashes open. Let's take a deep breath in. On the exhale, let's lift the hips, move our prop, whichever one it was, out of the way. Allow the hips to come back down to the earth. Hug the knees into the chest one more time. Just feeling that, sweetness. And then we'll roll to one side, any side. It doesn't matter. All you're doing is pushing yourself up to a seated position. And you're going to bring your legs nice and wide. So here is where I hope you have a couple of pillows or a bolster that you can use, couch cushion. I hope you brought this along. Maybe you're stacking stuff up. Hello, block. You're stacking stuff up so that it's right in front of you. So legs are nice and wide. You're sitting up nice and tall. You've got your bolster or your couple of pillows or your couch cushions in front of you, stacked up as high as you want them to be, because we want to be restful in this pose. We don't want to be straining. So we're sitting up nice and tall. Inhale in and exhale. Nothing fancy. We're just folding forward. We're finding our supported forward fold. So I'm discovering that I could use even a little bit more here. I'm going to fold my blanket a tad more and just allow myself to be supported, allow my head to come forward, to bow down. Breathing nice and deep, closing the eyes. Just finding where this pose is for you and coming into your own inner space here once again. Allowing the body to completely relax. So hopefully you've supported yourself enough that you can really find that sweet relaxation. There's nowhere that's holding, that's tight, that's feeling stressed out. Continue to be here. Continue to breathe. Feel that gentle opening in the inner thighs. Feel that nice support in the torso. The nice gentle stretch in the lower back, mid-back. Beautiful. Let's take one more deep breath in together. Exhale, side out. Maybe you don't want to move from this pose and it's super yummy and juicy. And hell, I invite you to stay here if you want. Right? Do what feels right in your body. If you'd like to carry on and finish the practice, then sit up nice and tall and nothing fancy. We're simply going to move our bolster out in front of us for a moment. We're going to, maybe I should move mine so that you can see. Maybe in fact, move it to the left side because we're going to go to this side first with our next pose. So let's bring the left leg in and we're going to reach the right leg out behind us. So right foot is behind you, knee bent. Left foot is in front of you, knee bent. Find your variation of this. It might be that you need to open the legs a little bit more. Maybe you need to bring them in. It doesn't matter. Then we're going to bring our bolster, blanket, pillows, whatever they are, right up beside the left hip. So we want to bring them right up beside the left hip, snuggling it right in. Beautiful. Sit up nice and tall. And on an exhale, you're going to turn towards the left, towards your bolster, your blanket, your pillows, and allow yourself to drape right over it. So you might need to adjust. I don't want to come down too far because of my mic. But you're basically draping yourself over your beautiful pillows, your blanket, your bolster, and allowing yourself to find a sweet release on this side. You'll really feel it in the right hip, the outside of the right hip, and in the lower back. Just allow yourself to gently rest here. Maybe you close your eyes once again. Listen to the sound of your breath. Be present here. Feeling that inner rotation with the right thigh. Allowing yourself to completely and fully rest into your support. Taking some nice deep breaths here. Hopefully you're practicing this sequence before bed because you're going to want to have a nice yummy sleep after this, I tell you. And hopefully you've left that phone out in the living room or in another room and you don't have it beside you. Unless you're watching this on YouTube on that phone. In that case, better make sure you go to bed without it tonight, right? That's the goal. It's the goal. You got it, friend. It's funny how we can't even survive, can't even do things like this without the use of our devices in this day and age. It just boggles my mind, but I digress. Let's take one more deep breath in together. Exhale, maybe we fold a little bit more. Just become a little bit more heavy. Sorry if I just screamed in your ear there. On your next inhale, we'll slowly rise back up. And we'll send the legs out in front of us. Maybe give them a little shake. And all we're really doing is transferring our beautiful pillows, bolster, blocks, whatever we've got, couch cushions, over towards the right side, hugging them up towards the right hip this time, bringing the right toes, right foot in front of us, bending the right knee, and swimming those left toes around behind. So once again, this side might be very different. Maybe you need to lengthen the gap between your heel and your groin, heel and your buttocks. Maybe you need to really reel them in, and that's what feels best. In any case, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, dial your torso over towards the right, over towards your beautiful stacked pillows here. And allow yourself to bow forward. I can do this side easier because my mic isn't in the way. And I can totally release. So adjust yourself. Make sure that those pillows or that bolster, whatever it is snug up against your hip. Palms are down on the floor beside. Maybe they're holding on to the front of the pillow. But just allow yourself to surrender to this position. Continue to breathe nice and deep. Be here now. Allow that heart to melt. Allow the body to become totally relaxed. Allowing the nervous system to calm. Easing into things, right? Having compassion. Giving love to the self. We're filling our own cup so that we can be more present for others, are we not? So I hope you're taking full advantage and that you're allowing yourself to relax. Allowing the mind to clear. Just enjoying the sensation in the body. And we'll take one more deep breath in. And on an exhale, sink a little bit more into your support here. Maybe you just want to fall asleep here. This is one of my favorite restorative yoga poses. So I don't blame you if you're just like, I think I'm done. I'm going to stay here for the evening. You go. You got it. But if you'd like to carry on, let's slowly rise back up. Find our tall seated position. Swim the legs out in front of us. Oh, just move nice and slow. Be really kind to yourself. Don't jerk yourself around, Mike. Then we're going to bring our pillows or our bolster, whatever it is, to the back edge of the mat. And we are going to readjust ourselves so that our feet are out towards the front edge of the mat and our sits bones, our sacrum, rather, is really snug up against our support. So hopefully you've got a nice stack of pillows there. Hey, go crazy. If you want to have like 10 pillows there, you go. Do it. All we're doing is we're going to bend the knees nice and generously, and we're slowly going to allow ourselves to recline. Oh, yeah. Onto that support. So you may need to adjust. If you'd like to send the legs out long and that feels better, hallelujah, be there. Then allow the palms to come down to the floor or the mat beside you. I kind of wish that I had another pillow for underneath my head here. I should have thought of that. But no matter what, this feels divine, actually, how it is. But allow the shoulders to rotate away from the ears, that chest to open nice and wide. We're expanding through the front body, allowing for the spine to find some nice curvature. And once again, we're breathing nice and deep. Close your eyes. Feel the sensation over the shape. So however you needed to support yourself, that's exactly where you need to be, exactly what you needed to do. You're listening to your own body and you got this. Whatever it is, you're on it and you're on track. You're listening and you're doing well. It's all part of the process. Learning to listen to the body. Such a simple thing in theory, but we actually find it really hard. A lot of us are so disconnected from what our bodies feel. And so it takes a process, it takes time, it takes learning to really feel that out again, to know it, like we did when we were kids. So nice surrender here. We don't have much more to go. We're almost to the end of our practice today. So breathe nice and deep. Breathe like you love yourself. Really be present for yourself. Allow yourself to surrender. Let's take one more deep breath in together. And on the exhale this time, we'll use the exhale to engage the core and slowly sit back up. Find our upright position. Now we're going to move our props right out of the way. Move them to the side once again. They don't stick too much to our mats. And we will once again come all the way down to our backs. Slowly making our way there. Right away, hug the knees up into the chest once again. Just giving yourself some love here for a breath. And we'll bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Sort of hiking them up towards the sits bones so that they're not way out here is all that I mean. You don't want them way extended out. You want the knees to be over the ankles. Beautiful. Once again, reach that right foot up towards the heavens, and this time we're crossing it over the left thigh. So we're coming to a cross-legged position like when you're seated in a chair. We're not crossing the ankle and finding a figure four. We're actually crossing the legs. Then we're going to bump the hips to the right and allow the knees to fall to the left. Beautiful. Probably the left toes come to the mat here. Everybody's really different with this pose. If you find full eagle legs and that's how you do it, that's how you roll, then awesome. If you need to find some support underneath this left thigh, bring your block under there, bring your blanket under there. Adjust so that it works for you. We're just finding some counter movement to those opening of the hips and all of the work that we've done thus far. Continue to breathe nice and deep. Palms can rest on the belly. They can be down at the sides. I like it when I rest my palms on my belly here. Or rather, it's more like it's on the right hip a little bit. Breathe nice and deep. Continue to listen to the sound of your breath. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, surrender a little bit more. Lovely. On your next inhale, engage the core. Bring those knees back up through center. Shine them up towards the heavens. Unravel the legs, releasing the right foot to the mat. Maybe you recenter yourself. Then we lift the left leg up towards the heavens, and we cross that left leg over the right thigh. Beautiful. Then we're going to bump the hips to the left this time and allow the knees to fall to the right. Coming into our twist here, palms can rest where they are. Make sure that you support that right thigh or hip if you need to, sliding a blanket, block, or whatever underneath there. Listening, grounding, being aware. Breathing nice and deep. Feeling this in the IT band, in the lower back, in the glute. Breathe nice and deep. Be present for yourself. You'll notice that maybe you sink a little bit deeper into the pose the more you breathe. Beautiful. Take one more deep breath in. And on the exhale, hug the navel to the spine. Bring the knees back up through center. Unravel the legs. Now we're going to find our beautiful and most precious pose, Shavasana. So I invite you to take your pillows or your bolster or your um, cushions and bring them so that they can come under the knees, providing some support for the legs. You can either use your blanket over your hips. You can get fully cozied out here. I hope you've got a pillow under your head. I hope you've got the blanket going on. I hope you've done the whole 9 yards. But if not, find whether you want that blanket on the hips or whether you want it underneath the head. And find your comfortable Shavasana. Maybe you even cover the eyes. Hopefully this is the evening and you don't have the sun shining in your face. Even if it is, it's still beautiful. We'll take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we'll once again bring the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly, and we will completely relax into the mat. So let go of all tension. Feel the heart melt. Feel the hips become heavy and relaxed. Relax the neck. Relax the jaw. Relax the back of the head. Unfurrow the brow. Relax in the elbows and the shoulders. Release the tongue from the top of the mouth. Allow the nutrients of your practice to begin settling into your body. I hope you're able to stay here for a while and that you don't have to jump up into the rest of your day, whatever that looks like, for, at least 5 more minutes, if not 30, or the rest of the night. Maybe you sleep. Just allow yourself to fall asleep now. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. It's amazing to have you here and to know that we're all working towards this common goal of releasing ourselves from the chains of social media platforms and giving ourselves just a nice little break and recentering. So let's take a deep breath in together. On the exhale, relax even more into the mat. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in awe of the light in you. Namaste.